What up, guys? I'm back with another Weather Guy Reacts. This is going to be a new series. I'm still going to give the weather updates and everything, but this is going to be a new series when I react to weather that has happened already in the past. So today we're going to be reacting to Storm Stories. Let me look. Storm Stories Edmonton Tornado / Quebec Ice Storm. So let's get into the video, guys, and hope you enjoy.
That's okay.
People's furniture was coming in my windows. My furniture was getting sucked out. Our house was popping up and down like popcorn.
And I remember going, holy mackerel, looks like a bomb hit here. Like there was nothing left. Trailer's just totally flat. Like if anybody was in them, I'm thinking.
That's what they say. It sounds like a bomb goes off when you go outside and you just see everything destroys. I love tornadoes, but it's really upsetting when it hits people's houses and people's lives are lost and everything gets destroyed. It's low.
Thinking they had no chance to survive.
I was so scared. I just wanted to scream and scream and scream.
From the Weather Channel, this is Storm Stories.
What's going on here?
July 31st, 1987, Canada. In Edmonton, Alberta, the day breaks with unusually warm temperatures
I didn't think Canada gets really that many tornadoes, but
and high humidity. By noon, the mercury reaches 81 degrees. Severe thunderstorms out of the southwest are forecast for the afternoon. 30-year-old Maren Wilson lives in Evergreen Mobile Home Community with her husband and 4 boys, whose ages range from 10 months to 11 years old. While her husband is away at work, Maren plays outside with the children. She notices the unusual weather conditions.
I was sweating, and we don't usually sweat here because the weather's very dry. And I thought that was really odd.
Things are about to become even more strange. By 2:45 p.m., storm clouds develop about 10 miles south of Edmonton. They intensify as they mingle with the humid air. High temperatures and moisture create rising columns of air called updrafts. These updrafts start to rotate as they ingest rolling tubes of air that are flowing in from the south. They are creating something extremely rare for this Canadian city, a tornado.
like he just said, it's rare for tornadoes to happen in Canada, which is very true. It's very rare.
There's a funnel cloud touching the ground. Just
If that's the funnel, it doesn't look that scary right now.
Southeast of Beaumont.
At 3 p.m., Officer Bill Clark receives several reports of tornado sightings on the southern outskirts of Edmonton. But he assumes the information is false. That's because the city has never been hit by such a violent twister.
Yeah, you can't let your guard down when stuff doesn't usually happen in your area, because you never know when stuff can strike like that. You always have to have your guard up. You can't ever let it down. And that's what people are doing with this pandemic thing. They're letting their guard down just because they're wearing their mask or they get COVID-19 shot. They think that they're not vulnerable. And you can't let your guard down for that, anything.
People in this city wouldn't know what a tornado was if it came and hit them in the face. You know, nothing ever happens in the big city of Edmonton that's of that magnitude.
The tornado quickly morphs into a monster. It's an F4, just one notch below the top of the tornado scale. Winds are estimated at more than 200 miles an hour. The base of the twister stretches a half-mile wide.
That must be scary since they don't get that many tornadoes that people there are just shocked of what they're seeing because they never usually get it. So they're not like people that live in Oklahoma. They're prone to tornadoes, so they're not as scared of them, I guess. But when you're in an area that doesn't really get those kind of tornadoes, you're kind of just shocked and don't know what to do.
It touches down in an industrial complex and lumber yard just east of downtown. Then, the twister heads about 8 miles north, directly toward Evergreen Mobile Home Community. Maren Wilson looks outside the window of her trailer and sees the clouds rolling in.
And these clouds are just zipping it. across the sky, and I thought, wow, look at that.
A few seconds later, the power goes out. The wind starts to pick up. What Marin sees next is shocking.
One guy's roof blew off his house, and I thought, whoa, check that out. And I was kind of laughing, thinking, man, is he ever going to be choked when he gets home?
Marin still has no idea that a tornado is about to strike. She walks outside to bring in her children's
That's
toys.
crazy.
Then the winds swoop into her yard.
The wind kind of blew me right through the fence, and I thought, oh, strong wind. I guess that's why his roof blew off. This is like really strong.
Marin quickly runs indoors. Within minutes, her mobile home begins to shake. The eaves on the roof start to tear. Then, the full impact
must
of the
be so
twister
scary.
bears down on her trailer.
That was like 2x4s coming through the walls. That was a big, big, loud sound like a train or
That
a
must be
plane.
very
And,
emotional.
and our house was popping up and down like popcorn.
Marin, already holding her 10-month-old baby, grabs her 2-year-old from his crib.
I could see the black, it was like black wind and all stuff in it. People's furniture was coming in my windows, and my furniture was getting sucked
Look
out.
at that
and
tornado.
it was
Holy
just
crap, that looks mean.
it was totally incredible.
Marin and the kids are trying to run for cover
This
when they
is
see
so
the
scary.
neighbor's mobile home lifted off the ground.
Looking out the window, we saw this trailer go up in the air and just blow apart. And
Especially when you have a mobile home, or like those like homes that you don't have a storm shelter or anything. That must be really scary, because all you can do is just go into the bathroom and hope that nothing happens.
and there was really no place to go.
She and her 4 children search desperately for a place to hide.
So we tried to get in the closet, but it was all full, and we were trying to get out of my bedroom.
They huddle just inside the doorwell and wait for the shaking to stop.
I was just praying to God, if it was time to die, that please don't leave one of my babies to wake up in this rubble.
Place emergency. I can see it now. It's a big black twister.
That must be so horrible to think about. Am I really going to get out of this situation?
I am alone with 3 children. My house has been hit. My window's been broken.
Emergency.
I'm all alone, and I think there's going to be something happening, a hurricane or something.
911 calls pour into Edmonton's police station. Officer Bill Clark gets word about the Evergreen mobile home community.
I heard a policeman come over the air on the radio, and I remember him saying, "Control, half of Evergreen Trailer Park's gone." And I just went, holy mackerel, we better get out there.
He jumps in his patrol car and speeds away, arriving just moments after the tornado moves on.
And I remember getting out of the police car and just looking around going, holy mackerel, looks like a bomb hit here. Like there was nothing left. Trailer's just totally flat. Like if anybody was in them, I'm thinking they had no chance to survive.
Amazingly, Marin and her 4 children have survived the F4 twister.
That's really good. They survived. It must be really scary.
Marin begins digging out of the pile of debris surrounding her front door. When she and her family emerge, they are stunned by the devastation.
I was thinking, it looked like I was in a garbage dump. I was watching people grow out of the piles of rubble. Like it just, all of a sudden, something would grow and it would be a person.
Yeah.
The area is plastered with car parts, mangled telephone poles, and broken
Just look at those cars. Like, that's crazy.
furniture. Most of the surrounding trailers are completely flattened.
It's terrible for those people that had those little homes that they had, and now they have nothing.
Marin's is still standing. The trailer that smashed into her 2-year-old's room prevented her house from being lifted off the ground. Luckily, Marin Wilson and her children have no serious injuries. She leads them
That's
over
good.
the rubble that once housed their friends and neighbors.
I didn't know where to go to keep them from seeing all this horror.
They board a local bus carrying all non-emergency victims to the nearest medical facility. From the window, Marin can see a man holding her neighbor's 7-day-old baby girl. She rushes out to help.
She was soaking wet and she was black and blue. And she was so tiny.
She takes the infant to Officer Bill Clark.
She looked like she was in a trance, like walking out of a movie. And she just walked right over to me and handed me this baby.
He wanted to know who she was. And I knew where she was born, what time, how many pounds she was, but I couldn't remember her name.
We took the baby, and the baby was bleeding. There was a bit of whimpering to it. I wrapped the baby in the blanket. I mean, I have a son that at that time was 4 months old, and this baby was small compared to my son. I just thought, man, I got to make sure this baby lives.
Officer Clark drives the infant to the nearest emergency room. Marin and her children are transported to a hospital about a mile down the road. There, they see the baby's mother.
She's screaming at me, I can't find my baby. I'll never, ever forget that.
Marin informs the mother that her baby daughter is safe. Later that afternoon, mother and baby are reunited.
That's good. Look at that monster tornado, though.
The twister has killed 27 people, including 15 from the Evergreen mobile home community. More than 300 homes have been destroyed. The people of Edmonton rally together to help the victims, donating whatever they have to pay for the $330 million in damages.
Wow.
Boy, when something like this happens, everyone forgets their troubles, and they go, hey, this is much more important. They pull together, it's phenomenal.
In the years since the tornado, Marin Wilson has remarried. Her oldest boy has grown up and lives on his own. But Marin still struggles with memories of the disaster, especially during tornado season.
Yeah, the clouds turn black and I'm like, I don't do it well. Sometimes I'm able to just phone my husband if he's at home and say, you know, and I know they're laughing at me. Okay, everybody check in. Mom's going to be phoning in a panic, and if we're not here, she's coming.
Even so, Marin refuses to leave Evergreen Mobile Home Community, the place she calls home.
I need to stay here to be safe. It's really weird, but if I let that storm make me run, then I've lost any sense of control that I have, and then it will have beaten me.
Alright guys, we're going to stop at the 10-minute mark. We got a little over 10 minutes left. Yeah, comment, like, share, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It's scary, man. So we got a little over 10 minutes left. I'll do a part 2 tomorrow. And yeah, comment what you think about this video. This was really scary since tornadoes are not really prone to Canada, and seemed really scary for that person that had to go through it. So, yeah, comment down below what you thought of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.